We are back, folks, with another Through the Omenpaths Pick-2 draft. Let's get in it. Let's get some good cards. Let's not cry. Ooh, okay. Ooh, interesting. So, we could immediately Makti, Itla, and Kumanosu. Right? We could just say, hey, let's play white-blue. I think Makti's worth playing. Kumanosu's really strong and very scary. What are the other cards we like from this pack? Gallant Citizen, down here. Also very, very good. We could just play Makti and Gallant Citizen and just be like, bing, bang, boom. Spectacular Tactics also will make it into a deck. But it does mean we're not going to get Kumanosu back. Honestly, I think taking the gold cards is totally fine in this draft format. You just can find your fixing so often. Almost every one of my decks is like 2 with a splash, like 2 colors and a splash color. All right, I'm going to open this orange too. Yeah, this is the classic soccer halftime recharge. Oh, I don't have any nails. I can't get this open. Okay, we're fine. All right, I need that sugar. The 2-drop being either mana is so good. It is really nice, but I think it's best in a spiders deck. Oh my god, well, here's a spider right here. This card's a freaking bomb, buddy. This is so good. Kind of wish we had the Gallant Citizen now, but Kumanosu's also good in this deck. So we could either be like white-blue splash green or white-green splash blue. And we don't know yet, but we're definitely taking Alessos. The other cards in this pack are like, we could take a Chizak. Oh, we could take Darvel. You can't take that many Darvels. I think Argur is probably just better, though, right? We'd rather just have Argur to bounce stuff. Isn't Tidal good? Yeah, this dude. Yeah, this card seems great. So, also, peeled it in 1. I think this is what we want, though. Right here. Flawless. Flawless victory. We'll take those. Huh. Well, this pack doesn't have very many white cards, which is kind of scary. University Campus is pretty nice. I kind of want to hold on to some, like, these white cards are strong. I want to play them. It's kind of like, I don't like Obscuri Alley Lurkers. Rashai is better in, like, villain deck stuff. We could take a Perilous Plunge, but this card's not very good either. Treat Trolley. Crook and Rashai. You take double blue stuff. Ooh. Wonderweave Aerialist. And maybe another Tidal Spinner. Arala is fine, but this card comes around a lot. I think I'd rather just take these. I often feel like my seat is Dimir. However, I don't think it is. It just feels like it because nobody likes those cards. It's one of those formats. Spectacular Tactics came back around. Merciless Enforcers is pretty good. I could also take a Sinister Hideout and see what's going on. I think I'd rather take the lands first. Yeah, totally. Error 9, I want this card to be interesting, but it's just not yet. But it's a creature. I'm going to take that in the Gravestone, but probably both are not in the deck. Well, Rashai and the Alley Lurkers, they came back around, so... Looks like somebody wants to be... Hey! Ho, buddy! Watcher on the Road. This is a very good card. Well... That kind of means that we're probably not playing green then. And maybe playing white. Yeah, we're definitely not playing this. And I think we're not playing the Eerie Gravestone. But Watcher on the Road is phenomenal. We also take a Vazen. Wonderweave would be dope. But now with the Watcher on the Road, we want villains. You think Clone is pretty bad? Would we rather take the Drix Interceptor or Interception? Could be better. I do think Wonderweave Aerialist is pretty good, but maybe not specifically in the deck we're trying to build at the moment. Let's do this then. We'll take the Counterspell. Not really in love with anything. Costume Closet. If we aren't necessarily... We're kind of like a blue... I think this card's good enough even if we're not playing black. Ozor is kind of interesting though. I just feel like these white cards are good enough that we should be playing them. I guess we don't want very many mono white cards, do we? No, I don't want that. Let's take these two. Another Kumanosu is really nice. Or just like a kind of funky... There's also Suburban Sanctuary. None of these black cards are interesting. That's why I don't think I'm black. What if I do take a Suburban Sanctuary and then go back to trying to play the Alessos thing? Does it not exist? No, I guess everyone's just taking it. Margot on the case. Spectacular Tactics. Hide and Mundanity. Kind of like Spectacular Tactics instead of Hide. Just does a little bit more with our deck. And then we're playing Margot on the case. So we really kind of we're going back into like a, let's play green territory. Play another Wonderweave Aerialist. These things are crazy. We could play the Perilous Plunge that I just threw away. Obscura Alley Lurkers, I don't really like, but I think that... Like Data Scrubber. Well, these blue cards are definitely flowing. Ooh, Mothwing Shroud. There we go. Probably Mothwing Shroud and the Generous Betty Ray. Yeah, the cards go by very quickly. You gotta be so fast. I'm doing all of this and another flawless peel. Just want everyone to know that. Drafting with flawless peels. Always. Yeah, I think these cards are pretty good. I think we are white, blue, splash, green. Oh, always interesting. Ooh, a Snatchback and a third Spectacular Tactics. Gallant Citizen is really good, but not as good in this deck, I think, just because the mana is so tight with... It's just double white. We want Snatchback. Do we want like an Itla? This will just come back around. We could take a Rouse the Swarm just as another, like, bomb. We have tons of spiders. We're not playing Ozor anymore. Ooh, Angler's Shield. That is another good, great card for us. Through the Omenpath is pretty sick, but not for what we're doing here. I'll take another land. Probably not a Sinister Hideout or this. That sounds great. So we're full on Bant. Ooh, Spider. Just a third Spectacular Tactics. I do really like Gallant Citizen, but I think like Spectacular Tactics and then like... let's just take both of these, I think. I don't need all these counters. I already have like 2 and they're double blue, which is pretty brutal. I'm not going to play Pinnacle Research Team, I don't think. I'm just going to take the rare from my collection. I just don't want to play this double blue card. I don't want 3 copies of this double blue card in my Trey-colored deck. I'm not playing Drunith. I don't want any of these cards right here. Sure. All right, folks, this is our deck. We are playing primarily white-blue modified stuff. So the base game plan is play Wonderweave Aerialist and then just put counters on it from like Spectacular Tactics or from like our Generous Betty Ray, different things like that to make this bigger, harder to deal with. We attack with it. We also have some big creatures like Kumanosu and Alessos, which put counters on creatures, make them flying. You draw cards when you hit them. We have another card that says we draw cards when we hit them. So that's all very exciting stuff. I like all of it a lot. Now, we just really hope that we can actually cast some of our green spells because we're playing Rouse the Swarm. We have 9 spiders in our deck, so that's actually going to be like generally pretty good. As well as Alessos, which is just... This card's a bomb. This card's so strong. We only are playing 3 green sources, so we're hoping that we can just... The rest of the deck works, so we get to draw cards off of all the different ways that we're drawing cards to get there, and hoping that works out. I'm a little nervous about it. And we probably should have 5 green sources, but we're not gonna. Because of Wonderweave Aerialist, we have to play this on turn... Well, we don't have to play it on turn 2, but we want to. We also have Watcher on the Road, which is a crazy bomb if you're playing the Villains deck, but we're not. But it doesn't really matter, because a 4-mana 3/3 that brings a 3/3 with it, still pretty good. I think that's just a solid limited card no matter what. So instead of just immediately killing our opponents, it's going to take, you know, it just kind of is more of a value play. But this card's so good. It's fantastic. So anyway, folks, let's see what we can do with this. Hopefully we can kill our opponents in the skies, and they can't do anything about it. Okay. Well, this is pretty nice. We do have our splash color here all our main colors. We have a splash card. We just don't have a 2-drop, but... And then Generous Betty Ray is really bad if you don't have another creature on the battlefield. And we don't have double blue for Drake's Interception. But at least we fixed our colors. And hopefully we'll be able to just kind of fumble out a win somehow through this. Let's keep it. Sanctuary tapped. And let's grab that Aerialist. Ooh, just a forest here. I'm going to play an island just in case we draw another island and we can play Drix Interception. I don't really want to play Generous Betty Ray without a creature because it's just so brutal. But to be fair, a tapped blue source. Maybe we do just play Betty Ray to like chump this thing. Or trade with that, sorry. Kind of a bad play, but if they're playing a 3-1... What? You have to put it on a creature? Alright, well that sucks. I definitely wouldn't have played this card if I knew I was going to give them a counter. It doesn't say you control. You gotta be kidding me. This card so sucks. Jesus, Betty. You can't be that generous. Calm down. Don't give stuff to my opponent. Yeah. Oh, great job. Wisecracked is... Well, okay. So we misplayed. Our opponent misplayed. We're fine with that. Fantastic. So I can either hold up Drix Interception or I can play Rouse the Swarm. But I think we hold up the counterspell here. Try to get this trade working. All right. Phew. Thank God our opponent also doesn't know what's going on. It's very nice. We basically get to counter their next play, tap down Full Throttle Fanatic, play Kuminosu, put a counter on Generous Betty. Okay. If they attack for 4, we just don't block. Yeah, we just counter this thing. Yeah. Yeah, and I will tap your creature. Yeah, take that. Already tapped, double tapped. That's what I think about that. Kuminosu. Question now is, actually, do we put it on the Kuminosu or do we put it on Betty so she can attack and draw a card right now? This is a spider. Yeah, because the next turn we play Rouse the Swarm. Yeah, that's great. Betty gains us 3 life. We draw a card. Everything's amazing. I love life. We could also not Rouse the Swarm and hold up Spectacular Tactics and hold up Drix Interception, which seems kind of nice. Phew. Thank the Lord our opponent made a mistake, because we also made one, so... Like, we should be able to block this Full Throttle Fanatic, no problem, but we gave it a counter for some stupid reason. I can't believe you, Betty. I can't believe you! You betrayed us! Ugh. Okay, are they discarding a bunch of stuff? Interesting. That Wisecrack does work, yeah. Alright, we take an amount of stuff. Well, now I kind of don't want to play Rouse the Swarm. Just want to tap down their stuff. Cool. Because I can kill this. If they try to cast something before combat, it's going to be like really sad for them. Okay. I will just destroy this creature. I take 1. Well, we could just let this happen and then kill it. Like, do we just do that and then counter their next thing? Or we can hold both of these up the following turn? Yeah, maybe we just counter it while we can. Yeah. And tap this down. Take that. Oh, that is very nice as well. Could also just pick Betty back up to put the counter around again. That is something. Interesting. I kind of want to have Spectacular Tactics up with this dude. I'm gonna attack for 3. We're gonna pick up Betty. And now I do kind of want to just hold up Spectacular Tactics, and then we just get to win with Alessos. Because they have not proven to us that Cam is scary. Like, they haven't proven that they can discard a bunch of cards very quickly. We just don't care. Sure. That is fine. Cool. Attack for Juan. Cool. Alley Lurkers. Interesting. Put a counter on itself. Put another counter on it. Attack for 6. No lifelink because Betty didn't attack. Like, this card's so infuriating how annoying this card is. Like, it always works against me, but when I'm playing it, it's like just garbage. They take 6. They go to 5. They're basically dead. Some spiders not having reach is nonsense. I mean, like, they kind of have to do that, right? It's just, it would be crazy if just literally every card in the set had reach. Okay. Do we even save Betty? I don't think we really care that much, do we? Bye, Betty. Discard another Pick-2. I kind of feel like we still win here, right? So, like, why would we do anything else? I guess they're going to play a Pick-2, right? Then we have to deal with that. We could play Obscura Alley Lurkers and block the Cam, but we're just taking 7? I still think we're kind of fine. I just, like, the bad news of, like, them drawing into removal right there would be so brutal. Ugh, do they have it? Oh no, they just have a Pick-2. If they blow up our Alessos, I'm gonna be so angry. Oh, yeah, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Cool, we could just play this. Put a counter here. We could play this. I guess this doesn't get... We get another creature, and we gain some life. I think it's probably worth it at this point. Oh, this only triggers whenever you cast a creature. Shit. Discard this card. Go to 1. Okay. Now we're fine not keeping this up. It's okay. We do have reach from this spider. Let's go, baby. Come on. That was good. That was good. Okay. We have University Campus, and then maybe we get into some double blue stuff. We can keep this hand. I do like our fixing is in our lands. It's nice. I just don't want it to be like the thing that I do, you know? You know, sometimes people have like a thing that they just like harp on all the time. I don't want to be the upset that I'm losing guy, you know? Can't be a Debbie Downer like you. You got to balance out. Ah, I'm sure you're not a Debbie Downer all the time. You bring me up when I'm down. Hey, yo, double blue. That's what we're talking about. That was lucky. It's pretty perfect right there. Ooh, yuck. There are plenty of salty Magic streamers, don't worry. Yeah, there definitely are. We could just bounce this guy and just say, do it again. Because I'm kind of worried about what they're going to play next. Oh yeah, spells and abilities can't be countered. That kind of makes this bad. The question is, do we just, like, ambush them? I kind of want to get this down first. Bounce it. And then ambush maybe later. Also, having something on the battlefield for Kumanosu is nice. Eccentric arachnologist. Arachnologist. Arachologist. It's such a hard word to say. Arachnologist. We play the tap land, and then we're just gonna... This is the plan, is these things. We're gonna pass the turn. We either counter the thing that doesn't let us counter stuff. Yeah, counter into the watchful thing. Yeah, we're just gonna be like counter and tap down this creature. So you have less mana this turn. I mean, I guess they just do that, so it doesn't matter, but... Lurking Lizard? Sure. Ooh, Margot on the case. Definitely cool, but Kumanosu is coming at you. Arger attacks for 3. There we go, draw a card. Amazing. Now we have Spectacular Tactics to put counters on our creatures or kill big stuff. We could kill that. Ooh, Mothwing Shroud too. I kind of like the Mothwing Shroud on the String Puller. Actually, yeah, you're right. Tactics on the String Puller. And then I would like to attack. I'm less excited about attacking both of these into these, but I could use Spectacular Tactics to put a counter on whatever they try to double block. But then I'm 2 for 1-ing myself. So I don't really want to attack with this one then. We attack with this one, and then we just see what happens. That's right, they could have a response because they have 2 mana. You're right, you're right. Let's just cast Margot on the case and start getting scary. It's Margot on the case. Never mind, she died. She got shocked. She's gone now. Oh no, the case. Who's on it? I don't know. Margot's no longer on the case. Jeez. What are we to do? Ooh. That's a pretty strong play right there. If I do say so myself. Okay. Kaitis, hello, what's going on? Well, we could eat the Lurking Lizards with the Mothwing Shroud and then try to get in and do some tactics to bump our dudes up. They are tapped out. Yeah. Punish the blocks. I like that for sure. All right, let's get rid of the Lurking Lizards. Let's play a land just because. Let's attack like this. Triple block the Tidal Spinner. Okay. I almost want to put a counter on Kumanosu just so I can draw a card here. right? We just kill both of the little spiders, right? We just let it happen. The question is, do we put a counter on Kumanosu to draw a card, or do we just play Alley Lurkers? We want to hold the hexproof. Copy that. Probably true. All right, let's kill 2 creatures. Sounds worth it to me. End the turn. String puller. String puller. Sure. Obscura Alley Lurkers. Ooh. Arger. Awesome. Arger bounces the string puller. Then attack with both of these. Well, we have to discard something or we just lose it completely. I think we still swing. So we just discard this land and hold this up? I think it's probably what's going to happen. Because I don't really want to trade this for that, right? We want to trade here? I know they're going to play this, so I kind of want to have like a 5/5. But I guess then they just double block. I guess this just kills the big creature. I think we're just going to let this happen. Though I do want to draw cards with this thing. Well, I guess if they spend the turn trying to wisecrack us or something, then we're fine. Alright. Stitcher's Wings. Interesting. Another land is pretty... not what we're looking for. They double block. I think I am just going to get the Arachnologist off the battlefield. And then I'm going to play a land so I can surveil. And just cross my fingers. Just play this thing, sure. Put the wings on it. Make it big. 6/3 haste. Huh. I don't really want to trade with this thing. I think we just have to pass the turn. I really need like a Lessos or something. Well, more creatures from our opponent is not what we want to see. I think I'm going to put a stop on my turn. Are they going to move that over? Okay. It is another creature. I think we do just take this then. You can just cast MacD. If we attack with this, we can't really trade. Attack Rummage. Rummage another spider away. No blocks. Leyline Weaver tapped. Yep. I would like to kill that dude. Ooh, another Kumanosu. That's pretty annoying. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. So now we get to just attack with Kumanosu and trade with a spider thing? Attack with both of these. They're almost like these are the only ones with reach. Yeah. Kill that guy. Play this onto maybe Kumanosu again, because I can't really attack then. Though I can't just attack him with this thing. Maybe just the spinner. End the turn. Because now we just get to attack with the Arger. And then they just like double block. Or just block with the Clutter Cluster. Wonderweave Aerialist. Very interesting as well. Attack for 3. Just straight up trades here. That happens. Play Wonderweave Aerialist. End the turn. Really need like a snatchback or something. These games ending in like surveilling wars is pretty annoying. Like Stitcher's Wings onto this 3 toughness creature. Ooh, Rummage. I actually really like that. Great job, opponent. Now, if they try to play blockers, they're tapped. Ooh. Leyline Weaver, discarded. Looking for removal, didn't find removal. Land to the yard. Our turn. Let's not tap the green source just in case. Rouse the Swarm. Well, don't have enough mana to actually cast it. If they Wisecrack us... They also have 4 mana. But I think Wisecrack's really the card we're worried about. How dead are we if they Wisecrack us? Because this isn't going to save Wisecrack anyway. But it does make the other creatures better. This could get Wisecracked and this could get blocked. So we probably just don't want to do it. Wisecrack is like 3 mana, red spell. Target creature deals damage equal to its power to itself. And then if it's attacking, you do 2 damage to the creature's controller. Kind of wish I didn't Surveil and I could have just played this turn. This makes this attack really awkward. But there aren't that many things. Do we just go for it? They like have to have it. And they didn't have it. Okay, phew. Land for turn. Okay, so basically opponent had to have Wisecrack almost specifically. It was just kind of the situation where if we full send, they kill the Kumanosu. Okay, now they have some blockers. That's why they did that. They want to play their blockers. Understandable. Or maybe not. They're just rummaging. They just don't... What? Why would you... Discard the Chizak? What? What the hell was that? I guess they needed something else. They needed more things. They couldn't play Chizak and the Perilous Lunge, but guess they died. Okay. Sweet. Wow, we keep drawing our splash color. This is like perfect. If we drew our like Drix Interception would be fine. Because we have double blue. Like, this is like a great hand of lands. Whoa. Wonderweave Aerialist. Then we get the Kumanosu later. I don't know. Seems pretty good. Alright, opponent's playing mono white or just the same card that we have. So they're going to put a counter on it and make it fly. They can do that. They can do that. We're going to live dangerously. Oh, they don't want to do it? That's fine. Yeah, that was the plan. That was the attack in, see if they want to tactics. Or if they want to block and then tactics it. Alright, either opponent is mono white or they are... Whoa. I definitely thought they were going to crack this to draw a card and put a counter and make it a 3/3 flyer. Instead they attacked and then played a vehicle? That's so bizarre to me. Okay. Like, what a weird thing. Connive. Snatchback. I'm just going to discard this forest. So question now, I guess actually, why did we discard the forest? I was thinking we were just going to play this, but now that we have Snatchback, we should have played an untapped land. So we should have discarded our tap land because we had the forest. Yeah, that was a mistake. I was just thinking, oh, this is just a better land. Okay, I don't really like what I did there, but I guess we'll just save Snatchback for later. But we should have just played the forest. Classic Zach, not doing the wrong thing. That's me. Yep. Okay, so they are white-blue. Cool. Sure. Attack for a bunch. How big is that? A 4/4? That's all? Guess we can just like kill the coach. Turn it dead. Island into Kumanosu. Immediately on our aerialist. Attack with a bunch. Draw something. Ooh, discard a land. Angler Shield is going to be awesome. Draw another card. Another Kumanosu. Love to love it, baby. Love to live it. Huge tempo swing right here. Opponents on their back feet. I feel like shield is just so nice here. Ooh, but opponent has open mana. So 4 mana, kind of a scary thing to do. We could just tap down their creatures, which is kind of... How much do we deal then? 9? Interesting. That is interesting. Full send, discard this. Block bounce. I like all the things you're saying. All right. I'm on board. I'm on board. Attack like this. Draw card. Ooh. Swarm. Discard redundant Kumanosu. Block here. Block here. I think we're okay with this trade here. Sure. Oh, that kills spiders. Why did I forget that it had spider death touch? Well, that kind of ruins our entire plan. Still draw a card, though. I guess we can just try to win with this card. Wish I had more 2s. Sure, you can draw 3 cards. You just can't play any of them, is our plan. 6 mana, make the 1/1s, but they're tapped. So that doesn't matter. With Goro. That does make a creature, but we could bounce it and it just dies, so that's not that big a deal. Okay, this is a card I can kill. Counter tap. Secret Identity, give it hexproof? Like, you could? Hey, they did have it! That's pretty funny. Sure. We could just bounce it, draw a card. Or just bounce it and hold up this. It seems pretty good too. Or just play a shield and just be like, I'm threatening lethal. But then I want to draw a card. I think I am just going to fully bounce it. No. Let's just bounce it. I have so many cards in my hand, I don't really need to draw another one like right now. We get to do this anyway. I kind of feel like Rouse the Swarm is just not good enough right now. Hit them for 4. Okay, it could have been 5. That's fine. Put a counter on nothing. Hold up our counterspell. Trap. Just hexproof it. Could also just counter. But this lets us tap things. Sure. Deal 5. Yeah, we got there. Okay, Obscura Alley Lurkers did win us a game. So we made it a weird mistake there. I think we should have probably bounced the Goro, but kept the Kuminoso on the battlefield. But I feel like a win's a win. I'm not gonna get picky. Well, we don't really need the Rouse the Swarm, but the lands are perfect for these. So let's just keep this. We're going second. Ooh, right into a Rizna. Okay. Rizna, a little scary. Mob Lookout, connive onto the Rizna. Tag for 2. Ouch. Wonderweave Aerialist. Kind of feel like I don't want to play that tap land for a little bit. Wow. Put a counter on the Rizna. I think we are just blocking Kraza here. We want to make sure that we can counter stuff. Kuminosu. I think we just bounce Rizna back to hand and just be like, nope, start over. The next turn we get to play this and then Drix Interception. Shock the Arger. Arger. I would like to block this thing, honestly. Ooh, wow. Alley Lurkers with the Drix Interception? I actually do like that play pattern now. It's kind of annoying. It's annoying that I like the play pattern because I think it's a bad card. But it is what it is. Attack for 1. We'll take the 1. Ooh, the Infernus. Yep, tap both of these down. I kind of like a Wonderweave Aerialist and then Obscura Alley Lurkers as an ambush play. And then Kuminosu the following turn. Or Rouse the Swarm. But probably Kuminosu. Extra Spider. Because then we Kumanosu, Wonder Weave Aerialist. Okay. Is this a spider too? No, it's a symbiote. Let's play Kumanosu onto the Aerialist. Attack for 3, draw a card. Play a Plains. Next turn, we can play Wonder Weave and the Rouse the Swarm, so we probably can just take some damage here. I guess Obscura Alley Lurkers can just block if we'd like. Ooh, Scorpion Sting on our only modified creatures. Pretty rough. Definitely makes me less excited. Ooh, they did not want to attack, which is great news for me. Let's play Wonder Weave Aerialist. Let's play Rouse the Swarm. We could attack with Kumanosu and they just trade, which I don't really like. I would like to find something that gets a counter on this. So I'm going to hold this land in my hand. I could attack with the Alley Lurkers, but I'd like to have mana open if I'm going to do that. Okay. Ooh, Drix Interception. That's pretty interesting too. We can tap down both of these creatures. Attack with everybody else. That seems pretty good. How much is that? They block here, so they take possibly 9 damage. Or we can just wait and counter their thing and do it that way. That's probably better. Yeah. Do we just tap their stuff? No, maybe we just want more things. We can, as soon as we get a counter on this guy. Things are also just looking up. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it, folks. Look at that thing. Yeah, attack for 5? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Draw 2 cards? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And an island off the top. Oh. So we have Drix Interception. Oh. Oh, this is so nice. Our opponent is cooked. I think they're just dead this next turn. Like, if they draw something worth playing, we just counter it. And tap down their board and attack with everything, and then win the game. Ooh, attack for 4. Daring. No blocks. Land. Ooh. Good try, opponent. That's a pretty good card, but no. We'll counter it and tap your whole board down, and then we win the game. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! We did it! Oh, man. Those counter spells really came in handy there. Yeah, because if we weren't able to counter this thing, they were going to deal 6 damage to us and then gain 6 life. Like, that would have been brutal, baby. Brutal. So, lucky we had that counter spell ready for him, and we got there. Yeah. Yeah! Trophy! We get undefeated 4-0 with this sweet Bant deck that we threw together. Ended up working out pretty well. Drix Interception, definitely a really strong card. Countering stuff and tapping things down is crazy. Obscura Alley Lurkers also helped us out. I think that in the end, the Rouse the Swarm wasn't as necessary, but it did come in handy. Man, Kumanosu, what a card. What a good card. This was a sweet deck, except for Generous Betty Ray. Get that card out of here. I hate that card. Stupid, you're stupid. I don't like that card. It's so... Whatever. We won. We don't have to be mad. We don't have to be mad. Why am I mad? I should not be mad. We won. We're okay. We're good. We didn't lose a game, even because Betty was trying to make us lose a game, but we survived that. So, phew. Anyway, flawless trophy feels really, really good.